and girls. Happy Monday. I miss you guys. I hope you're having a good day at home. So I thought since we all have to stay at home that I would say hello every day and give your moms and dads some ideas on what we can do at home to keep you learning so you're not bored. I'm hoping that we'll get together real soon, but in the meanwhile, we're kind of stuck here. So today I thought we could make Play-Doh, and I know a lot of the boys and girls know how to make Play-Doh already because we do it in class all the time. But for the ones who don't know how, or your parents, we're gonna make it together here. If you don't have all the ingredients, don't run out and get them. Just save the video, and then when you do get the ingredients, you can make it again. If you do have the ingredients, we can have some fun today. So let me tell you what we're gonna need. So I just have some flour. And then if you have some salt, about a half a cup of salt, about a cup of flour, and then just a little bit of oil. If you're lucky enough to have some food coloring from dyeing Easter eggs, that would really help too, because then your Play-Doh could be a color. But you don't need it, because you can have white Play-Doh. We could still make white Play-Doh. So those are the things we need. We also will need a pan to put your ingredients that we're going to make that we're going to cook Play-Doh on. So go get the ingredients or go get the items and come back, and then we will make Play-Doh. Okay, so the first item we're going to put into our pan is 1 cup of flour. So you put the cup into the pan, so 1 cup of flour. The next item you're going to need is salt. So instead of 1 cup, you're going to get half a cup of salt. So that's about the half a size of a cup. So we're going to put the salt in there, and we want to put all our dry ingredients in first. Those dry ingredients are not liquids because they're not wet. So we're going to put our dry ingredients in there. So get a half a cup, and once you have a half a cup, or about a half a cup, you can shake it out, or you can have somebody help you. You're going to pour the flour and mix it in. So you have the flour and you have the salt, and you're just going to mix it a little bit, okay? So now those are your dry ingredients, and then the next thing you're going to need is you're going to get your cup again, but this time you're going to fill your cup with water, so 1 cup of water. Okay, so I got my cup of water. This is the time that if you have food coloring, you can add food coloring in there to make a color for your Play-Doh, or if you're lucky enough to have unsweetened Kool-Aid, because unsweetened Kool-Aid will have coloring and it'll also have a nice smell to it. So then your Play-Doh will also smell nice and be a certain color. But since a lot of people don't have these things right now, I'm not going to put those in, and we're just going to make it with what I think everybody would have is flour, salt, and 1 cup of water. So you're going to pour the water. Is the water a liquid, or is it a dry solid? It's a liquid because a liquid is wet and it doesn't have shape. So we're going to pour the liquid in. And then you know what the next thing we do? We're going to stir it. So I need you guys to all stir this, and make sure you stir it really well and slow, because sometimes if you stir it really fast, all the flour leaves, the flour goes everywhere, and the liquid goes everywhere too. So we're just going to stir it. Are you stirring it well? Yeah. So you know what you can do? You can also count as you stir, or you can sing a song as you stir. Just make sure that it's stirred in really well there. And like I said, this is the time that if you had food coloring, you could put some food coloring and make it a pretty color. Or if you have the sugar-free Kool-Aid, don't buy the Kool-Aid that has sugar in it, because you don't want to cook sugar in here. But if it's unsweetened, that's the one you want to buy. So make sure you mix it really, really well. It's mixed up pretty well. Say hi, Burger. This is my dog, Burger. Say hi to the boys and girls. He wants to eat. He always wants to eat. Oh, well, sorry, Burger. We're making Play-Doh. So anyways, now we're going to add another liquid, which is oil. It's about 1 tablespoon of oil, but you know Miss Fung, and you know how I am. I just kind of guess at it. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of what I think is about a tablespoon. I don't think it really hurts it if you do, if you're not perfect. I just kind of guess. So tell your mom to kind of guess. I use the top of the oil and I guess. And then we're going to stir it up again so it's a little shiny because the oil's in there. So once it gets really mixed in well, you're going to be ready to cook. Except I want you to ask an adult to go and put this on the stove. Not you. You need to go ask your mom or dad, okay? When you're on the stove or when you're getting ready to cook the Play-Doh, I would put it to medium heat. Tell your adult to put it to medium heat. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to stir it gently throughout the whole process. You don't want to leave it and then come back. You want to just stir it constantly while it cooks because you don't want it to stick to the pan or burn it, okay? So it's going to take about 5 minutes, so we're just going to stir it gently while it cooks, and then I'll come back and show you when it gets more and more ready. And so it's going to start looking a little lumpy. It's going to start looking lumpy like that. So in about 2 minutes, see how it's getting a little lumpy? So you're on the right track. So keep stirring, keep stirring. See how it's getting more and more thick and not liquidy anymore? So I'm gonna stir it constantly and try to work with it. It looks like mashed potatoes, huh? So we're gonna go around and around. So make sure your adult is doing this because it'll be really hard to manage. Okay, it's almost ready because when it's time when you can't stir it, or look, when it starts looking like a ball, you know you're almost ready. So don't overcook it, but just make sure that it starts forming a ball, and then it should be almost ready. So there you go. Okay, you'll know when it's ready when it becomes a ball, and also all of the flours mixed in there very well. You don't want to take it out too soon because if it's too soon, it'll be kind of sticky and lumpy, and you want it just the right ball temperature. So here you go. I think this is the right temperature. It's kind of warm, so make sure you're really careful when you handle it. But you guys already know that because we do that at school all the time. But play with it, knead it a little bit. If it's a little too sticky, then it might need to be cooked a little bit more. But if it's not, then you're just ready to play and enjoy it. So play with it for a while. And then when I'm going to come back, I'm going to tell you some things you can do with Play-Doh. So the first thing you can do with the Play-Doh is, can you roll it? What would happen if you roll the Play-Doh and make a snake? See if you can do that. This is my snake. Did you roll a snake? It's great. So what you could do is, moms and dads can make little pieces, and you can roll 3 snakes, and then you can see, you can compare and contrast the sizes of length of your snakes. So here's one snake. I'm going to roll another snake. And then maybe you want to do another snake. And then you can kind of have them all side by side. And then you can ask, can you put the snakes in order from the shortest to the longest? So you can do that. You can maybe do that with there. There you go. So here's my longest. Here's my shortest. You can make it go like that. Another thing you can do is you can make the alphabet. Let's try to make some alphabets. So I made some alphabets with the Play-Doh. Hey, shout out to Liberty. Ooh, who begins with the letter A in our class? Oh, and here's S for Sophia and Scarlett, and P for Pablo, and M for Miguel, and Marley. See, there's a lot of ways you can just make that. You can see if you can write your whole name. Let me see what letter I can do. Hey, look. I can make a J for Judith. So you can make all kinds of letters. You can make letters with Play-Doh. So with Play-Doh, you can also work on numbers. So let's cut out 3 pieces. So I can go 1, 2, 3. So I have 3. So you can show me 3 in this way. That's 3. Or you can show me 3, like, can you roll 3 balls? So you can say, here's one ball. You can make 2 balls. It's all good because you're using your fingers and your hand and your wrist to make things. So look, so you can show me 3, 1, 2, 3, or you can show me by cutting 1, 2, 3, or if you want, you can make 3 different snakes. You can do number sense with Play-Doh as well. But basically, Play-Doh is just for fun, and it's just you can create whatever you want, use your imagination. So you don't really have to do a specific learning thing with it. You can just play with it. Like, you know, we don't really see snow, but it's always kind of fun to make a snowman. And I only have one hand, so I'm holding my camera with the other hand. Maybe the head's going to be a little smaller. Maybe you have some pretzel sticks. Oh, look, you can squeeze it. Like, you can come down like that and squeeze it. Maybe you have some pretzel sticks or popsicle sticks you can stick it with, or you can draw on it and see what you can do. Or if you don't like it, you smash it up and make something else. So anyway, boys and girls, have fun. And when you're done, if you have some kind of container with a lid, you can just put it in and seal it up, and then you can play again tomorrow. All right, miss you. Hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you later.